kids? It's Mark Miller here. Fred's there as well. Roy's out there with us. Roy, how you doing, buddy?
I am here, and I am feeling pretty good. Today's been a good day.
I'm glad to hear that. Today we're going to work on the Entangle spell. That's what we're going to work on. And I think it's going to be good because I think it's going to put a whole bunch of things kind of, together and make them all kind of work. Let me switch over to TaleSpire. And looks like, oh, that's not good. That's an old image right there. It's kind of what I want to show you, but it looks like maybe I'll need to restart OBS on that machine.
It seems very static.
Yeah, it's very static. I'm going to restart OBS on that second machine. Yeah, if I put the machine to sleep, you can kind of get there. Let's see if it updates itself. Well. Okay. How can I trigger this thing to go? I'm just trying to figure out how. Oh, did it just update? There it did. Okay, great. All right. So, cool. Here's what I did in preparation for this. So if I go into Little Cutie Spell and I grab Entangle and I hit the button for Entangle, these two pieces come up here, and over in TaleSpire, we get a target selector for Entangle because Entangle requires a 20-foot square.
Okay.
Okay. Now, how are we getting that far? How are we getting? Whoa, Stream Deck. Oh, my Stream Deck just rebooted on me. I had a problem here in Costa Rica where money wasn't coming out of the cash machines, and I started. It was happening a lot to me. So every time I would go through the process, it would say take your money, and no money would come out. And then I'd have to call up my bank and say, I got no money. And then they have to go do research, verify it. I started having a theory, maybe I'm hitting the buttons too fast. Because I was because I knew exactly what buttons I was hitting. I was trying to get out more than just one withdrawal. So, in Costa Rica, you do a lot through cash. So I had to get, several. So I was just going bam, 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 bam. And I'm thinking, what if I tried hitting those a little slower? And I think I just had the same recollection of that when I was working with the Stream Deck. The Stream Deck just was like, no, thank you. All right, so let's go into spells, part of the data sheet. And I know I got Entangle over here on the side. Maybe I'll get rid of those for now. Let's see more. Let's go down to Entangle. There it is right there. This bit of data here is now being parsed into an object. Okay. So I've got 20 foot.
It has meaning within the system.
So if we see something here, what happens is we go then send the signal down into TaleSpire, and we start that up. So this is now going, so we can go do this. At some point, we're going to select a location for that. And that's kind of one of the next pieces here. So we're going to need to select a location. I've got some buttons on my, hold on. There we go. Switch back over here. I've got some buttons on the Stream Deck. I added two here. I'm not sure which one of these I'm going to use. I've got a target point and a ready button.
Okay.
So the idea is we get it in the right spot and we're going to hit target point or we're going to hit ready. I think what I'm going to do is, I think target point is to drop it. And is that enough? I think that might be enough. I don't think I need the ready, is what I think. We're just going to say target the point, is what I think we're going to do.
Target point feels like a nice phrase insofar as it's very clear what you're doing. Yeah, you're going to target, presumably there is a flashlight in play when you hit target point. That's sort of the first thing. Well, you're moving around, you say target point, and now we have somewhat in memory a point which we can use for any follow-up command.
Yeah.
So presuming with the Entangle, that's our point of origin for our square. wherein we will then produce effects.
Yeah. So basically what I want to do is I want this target, the spell's target.
Mm-hmm.
Let's kind of write down what's happening here. The spell's target invokes the correct TaleSpire UI that we create. Like that. Pressing ready, or maybe target point. Gonna have to see with more of these spells what we need. We'll set the target inside the D&D app. When we cast the spell, its validation will check the active target against its expectations and validate accordingly. Hey, Pudding!
My goodness. Pudding's first action is not to deploy the pudding?
That's awesome, because, you know, I really was hoping that I would not get messy today. And validate accordingly, okay? So we're going to add validation to it.
Okay.
Well, hold on. There's a couple things. If all is okay, we cast the spell. And that's going to lead to TS effects. And TS effects, maybe, you know, saving throws, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of fun. Okay?
Yep.
All right, so that's kind of what we're targeting. That's what we're trying to do. All right, so maybe the first thing we go after is this piece right here. Set the target inside the D&D app. In preparation of this, somewhere in here I've got, I think, a target manager. Did I write that, add that yet? There it is. So I got a target manager, but I'm not sure I'm going to use this. I also have a class called targeting, which is down in the D&D core, and I'm thinking I'm going to put the space, I'm going to use this. And it's just a question of structurally, what do I do? The target manager is high level up where the UI is. Targeting is low level. And so as much stuff as I can get low level, I'll use, but in case I need anything up here, I've got this class just sitting here waiting for me to exploit it.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Hold on a second. I just want to make sure my airco is on. It looks like it is. Let's double check my... Yep, looks like it's on. Okay. So we've got that ready button, that target. Let's go take a look at the Stream Deck button here. We've got two of them here. It's called TaleSpire Target Ready, TaleSpire Target Set. So that's kind of our entry points in there. It's interesting. Target points command is target set, not target point. Ready is when I've got multiple interactive targets. That's when I use. That's what the intention there. So I could kind of do, you know, multiple creatures and then say, okay, I'm ready to go. Target point is when I want to target a very single point. All right, let's go look at the TaleSpire command. See if we find that. How you doing, Pudding? Set. Target creature. Well, here, it's called here. This is, so here's what happens. We invoke it here, just passing in whatever that second command is. Uh-oh. I knew it wouldn't last. Who brought that guy in here? Pudding.
Yeah. Yeah, Pun's got a point there.
Everybody else, you were here putting like last Thursday. Were you here, Rory, when everybody just came in at once?
No, I was not here.
It was really funny because pudding had already, invoked his fanfare, and I don't know, about like maybe 20, 30 minutes later, someone else invokes their fanfare, and then everybody piles on. Just it's like fanfare, and pudding's like, but I've got a fanfare. Don't you want to see mine? And nothing happens because he already invoked it. He can't do it. That's a slight. That's not what pudding actually did. I'm just imagining what might have been going on in pudding's head. Okay, so at this point, when we call target creature response true, why are we calling a thing called target creature? Because it's set.
Is this the same thing that fires when you are literally hovering over a character, and you're effectively calling a set command? What we've done is to rig it to more than one button, probably assuming that we mean it in a slightly different sense here.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not liking this too much. I'm a little worried it's already not going to work, is kind of the idea. Let's do this. Let's close down the main app. I'm closing it down right now, which means we're stuck looking at my screen for a little bit. Let's set a breakpoint in here. Yeah, I'm not liking that at all. I'm just not liking it. Because I think we're going to get... Here's why I don't like it. See that?
Yeah.
Well, how are we going to get character position? Right? I mean, have I written code down below to actually deliver back a vector? Because it's, you know what I mean? It's not target point. In fact,
this was working, wasn't it?
No, yeah, I wasn't. I'm the target creature coming from here. Let's see. Set. Let's see what's going on. Let's go look. I think I'm reusing some commands is what I think I'm redoing here. What's going on here? Yeah, look, see that? That and target point. See the difference?
Yeah.
There's none down here, just a picture.
Yeah.
So
that's it. So what's happened is you've copied it and you meant to go and change the last part, but never quite got to that.
Yeah. So I guess we'll change that to target point. That'll work.
Yeah.
Okay, the downside is now that's wrong over.
So you've got a second copy of that.
Yeah, I actually have a bunch of copies of it, but we'll just take care of this one right here. I'm going to get rid of ready, I think. Get rid of it for now. Come over here. We're going to change that to target point. Like that. So that's now the same. And then we need to build something down below for it as well. So we're going to do something like this, and that's going to become point. And then we're going to say target point. And passing in only response. Go declare that. No, hold on. We might be able to get around this. I think it's time for some refactoring. Notice I'm on line 11,000 of the source code, right?
Yeah.
What if I were to do this? Target manager, target point, like that.
Okay.
Let's do this and start moving stuff over there. And see if we run into trouble in terms of what we need. Let's go look at target creature. Target creature is going to look similar to what we want, I think. But instead of this, we're looking for an actual point in 3D space, which means we're looking for a vector DTO is what would be sent across as our response.
Yep.
And then we're going to say, down here we don't need any of this, don't need any of that. What we need down here is we need something to go down into targeting dot set point vector. Something like that. And oops, vector DTO. Ugh. Okay, hold on. No. I think do I have my own vector? D&D core vector? Ah, look at that. That's what I want right there.
That's nice. Yeah.
So we'll do that. Dot Y, dot Z. Okay. So there is our call down below. Targeting set point. And then we're going to say just look at this ready method right here. Is anybody calling this thing? Nope, nobody's calling that. Okay. So I'm going to say maybe something like that. Nope, not local. Declare field. Okay. Hold on. It's time for coder's feature request. All right, kids. Feature request. I'm here. I go into declare. Notice locals on top, but notice the case of the variable that doesn't exist yet starts with an uppercase letter. In that scenario, that's a different context, and so therefore field should be on top, not local. So it should come right in to know if it looks like a local, local should be on top. If it looks like a field or maybe a property, maybe those should be on top based on what I've done last. In other words, we should have intelligent sorting of the submenu. That's what I'm going to call this feature request. All right, put that in there. Let the devs take a look at that. Okay. All right, so target point there. We're dog fooding Code Rush 5 days a week. That's what we do here. No, actually, I do want it to be an auto-implemented property. That's what I want. Okay, so we've got a target point here. We need to describe what the targeting is. The targeting's got different kinds of things inside of it. Notice I've got this target details right here.
Okay.
Details. This is start. Is anybody calling this? Sweet. So this happens when we activate a shortcut for the player. Activate a shortcut for the player. We check to see if it's a spell. And if it is, we get its target details. That's that class that I was telling you about that represents that string in the spreadsheet. This string in this piece right here, in this column. Okay? Does that make sense? So we're gonna parse that and figure stuff out from that is what we're gonna do. And so it has the possibility to have optional child details. And it's got the target kind as well. Target kind is going to be none, self, creatures, location. Location is what we want to mess with there, I think, in that space. That sort of thing. Let's go back down into targeting. Let's maybe call this expected target details. And
now, are we happy for a target to be a sort of a point of emanation, so the origin of the effect, or do you need it to be, rather than location, is it point versus area, or do they both count as the same thing? Because if we say location, or for that matter, indeed, if we say point or area, we also need information for some level of it about, well, how far from the center, and the whole square versus circular
Yeah, no, I think it's called covered.
Yeah.
We've got location for target kind enum. We've got a location or volume. Those are our two choices there that cover physical space. If it is a volume, it's then separately handled in another element of this guy, I think. Let's see, spell target shape.
Okay, yep.
Which is point, line, cone, sphere, cube, circle, square, cylinder,
Nice.
wall. Okay? So
Yep.
and this is what's expected. So what's happening is when we go and call start targeting, what's really happening is we're saying, here's what we're expecting to get, right?
Yeah.
We're expecting, and what side is going to tell us whether we're looking for enemies, friendlies, or whatever. So maybe let's come in here as well and call this expected side. So we've got that. So we've got some pieces right there that are happening. We've got target point is here, and then we're going to say, maybe instead of kind, we'll call it actual kind, like that. And we're going to come down here and we'll say, hey, actual kind is equal to target kind.location. So if somebody calls set point on this after we've called start, right? We're going to come in here and we're going to set these pieces right here. Speaking of which, if I've got actual kind, I need to initialize that to none, right? And I'm going to have like actual side. Maybe will side be in there? I'm not sure if side will be there. That'll be in the actual target, so it'll come up. I think.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
think
that does cover a lot of options. That's quite good.
we may have to come back and worry about that later. So actual kind is none, and then we'll set target point equal to a new vector of 0, 0, 0, vector 0. So it's equal to vector dot 0. Sweet. Okay. So we've got that and that. So at least we're covering this scenario right here. The thing is, here's the argument though. It's not actually a location in when we're calling set point. Right? The knowledge that it's a location is coming from expected target details dot something. So I think what we really need to do is say, hey, if expected target details dot kind equals target kind
of location.
dot, if it's volume, then I'm going to set it equal to a volume. Right?
Okay.
In other words, I'm trusting that the UI is out there, taking care of us. I don't think there's anything else. Let's see what the other options are here. Creatures, no, we wouldn't call set point for a creature. Not really for an object either. There'd be some other indicator of it. Array is tricky. I'm going to worry about arrays later. Self, we wouldn't even be calling this. Yeah, and volume is tricky as well. So array and volume are both tricky. They require multiple points, multiple interaction points. I think we're good for now.
Okay.
Okay. So set point is there. And that's coming from here, which is coming from here. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. This command is going to come in and say, hey, we're targeting it and we're ready. Okay? If I need anything that requires interaction, I'll have a different command that gets us in. Okay? All right. So now we need target point down below. So let's switch over to the TaleSpire Explorer. Go to modding tools right over here. I think we're here. We are. We're in the target command right here. So somewhere in here, I've got the set. And I need something kind of similar to this for the point. I think it's point. And I'm going to say return active point, I guess is what I'll call it, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Go down to select a creature, model it after that. What's start targeting doing? What is that doing? That doesn't really make sense at all for me to be calling this. Oh, well, hold on, hold on. Start targeting. This is a weirdly named piece. Where is this called from? Just this one spot. I'm going to call this get targeted creature.
Yeah.
So that's what it seems to be doing.
Certainly returning one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I think is happening. So now I want to come in here and return a vector DTO. Like that, we're going to say get targeted point. Like that, and let's just kind of see what we got here. Let's copy this, paste it in, see what we got. I don't think I need to really show the interactive targeting mode. Well, maybe just in case. We'll put that in there. Yeah, this, I don't really care about this mode at all here. Don't care about it. Don't care about it. Don't care about it. Don't care about it. I think I got an off inside here, and I think I've got that as well. And then this can all go. All right, so now what I need to do is I need to say, okay, look, if the flashlight, if I've got a non-null on the flashlight's position is actually what we want to return. So
yes.
We're going to say we want to create a new vector DTO, and we want to pass in flashlight dot transform dot position dot x, and I'm going to introduce a new local for this if it'll allow me to. There it is right there, and now I'm going to come down here, select that, and shift enter, whoops, shift enter, turn it to a Y, and then shift enter, get my Z in there, declare a local for it, call it position, no result. That, we turn off the flashlight, set it to none, return result. Okay, get targeted point. Good, everybody happy?
Think so.
Okay, nobody's calling it yet. Let's make sure we're calling it. So select the features here, active point. It's going to be get targeted point. It's going to be a vector DTO. Vector DTO is something we built so that we could send a vector across. All right, now turn that. We're going to do that. Okay, so we've got an error. Well, this is actually, hold on, this is new API response to string. I think I've got an API response.bad now I can use and just do that. It's just a little faster, a little less code there. Okay.
Does API response bad automatically log an error inside of itself?
Yep.
So we don't need that line either.
Good job, Roy. Look at you, man. You know the code better than I do. Okay. So now we've got active point returning a string. That's called from here. We've got exception handling around it, which is just like a little extra caution there. I think we fixed all of this. Most of these exceptions were happening because this code was being called on a thread that wasn't the Unity main thread, whatever that is. We've now rectified that. That's all happening up at a higher level, I think. When these commands are called, I think I'll show you that right in here. See that? There it is. Execute on main thread. This used to not happen. So now it's happening with everything. So we didn't add in a new command. We just added a new parameter to the command. So the target command is still here. It switches down. It goes from here to here, breaking up the args. And then we're looking for the word command there. And we're looking for it to word to match the word point. If it does, it returns the active point. Okay, all of that. Let's go to the TaleSpire machine, shut it down. Next, I want to go to TaleSpire Explorer, and let's build this up. Rebuild that, make sure that all builds and it works. Rebuild all succeeded. Excellent. Let's go to the D&D main app. Let's set a breakpoint there. And let's save everything and let's run this. And while that's starting up, I'm going to start up TaleSpire on the second machine.
So what's our measure of success then when we run this? How do we determine working?
I want to see a point come back. I want to see this response go into the target point. I'm going to follow that code down.
Yep.
I want that. And I think that's about it. I'm just going to follow that all the way down to make sure we're actually returning a point back.
That's good. So we're proving a slightly newer foundational piece that we are come to depend on for several different things. So we want to test it in a slightly more abstract thing, not necessarily end to end per se, in a feature, but then we can move forward relying on it as a nice, as I say, foundational piece.
Yeah. So let's see if we can switch over to TaleSpire now that we're back up and running. I hit the button. There we go. Switch to TaleSpire. Okay, sometimes it's a little bit, a little bit slow. All right, let's start up TaleSpire. In general, though, it's actually really cool, right? The combination of the engine we built with TaleSpire.
Yeah.
It's like it's actually turning out, it's just going to get cooler and cooler and cooler. It's actually like we're creating, a game that doesn't exist. That's really, really good, right? Because if you think about TaleSpire basically handles mapping. And if you think about our engine handles all the rules with the exception of mapping. And now
they're really nice complementary facilities, aren't they?
They really are. So now all of a sudden we're getting to this point. I'm like, whoa, man, it's going to be so much fun to play in here, right? Because now strategically, you can actually play. What's really cool about this is you can play D&D in a much more strategic way than you really could ever before, especially with spells, right? With regards to where am I going to place the spell. So I'm excited about that. All right, so. I think we're going to hit, the test is we hit a button, so I'm going to go in to little Q spells and hit Entangle. All right, so sweet. So I've got this up here, and now I'm going to hit target point. Let's say I want to put it right over here. There, I hit the button. It goes away, and I'm at a breakpoint. But this is a little tricky.
Yeah, because now that we're in a breakpoint, we can't switch machines.
Yeah, but didn't I have a both machines kind of thing right there?
Oh, well done.
That's not bad. Okay. Now, because I'm at a breakpoint, I think only you can you give me a test close to get rid of that part over there?
I can give that a go. Yeah, absolutely. There we go.
One more time.
Oh, and another one. Yep.
All right. So now we got a response coming back here. Look at the data. It's actually, let me zoom in a bit here so you can see it. If I can get that there for you. It's not bad. Because I happen to know that white dot that you're seeing over there on the left is 000. So
Yeah.
we are not far from that, indicating that we got a good value, right? You see the message there, success.
Yep.
So that is good. Let's step inside that and create a new vector from it. And we're going to call set point, passing that in. Okay, let's jump out of that, jump into set point. And here we are. The expected kind is not a volume. The expected kind is creatures. That's not great. With the wrong details here. So we're going to say, let's go look at the expected target details on this. It does say 20 square. It does say shape is square. So there's a problem.
Just the kind, really.
Yeah, there's a problem in this guy's parsing, I think, for that particular thing. So let's go look at shape, where we set shape. Here.
Yes.
Oh, I see. I see what's going on.
It's treating it like a flag as well.
Yeah. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to say I'm going to or equal it to both volume and creatures. And I'll keep this comment here. Is there ever a time when... So basically, I didn't set it to volume at all because we've got a shape. But if we got a size shape, every single spell that I looked at that says select this space, this volume, every single one of those was basically said creatures in that space are going to be affected.
Just a hypothetical now, and I know nothing about the actual specifics of any of these spells, but I can imagine somebody casting, in keeping with your recent thoughts actually, casting a trap-like area. So a place where nobody is currently, but if in the future they step into it, bad things happen.
Yeah.
And that would be a thing where there are no creatures there currently.
Yep. You're right. And
I don't know that that's necessarily a concern, but
well, I think there are one or two of those. But those are kind of really obscure. They're kind of like you can cast something on a door, for example, or
sure.
you can cast a hole in a wall. I think something like that. But those are things that I think are so obscure that I'm not going to worry about them for right now.
Okay.
But basically, that's what this question is. Every time when there's a shape but no creatures. And so right now we're going to do that. So we're going to do that. That also means that back over here, got location. Here, I want to say has flag. Volume. Like that. An actual kind is equal to volume. Okay? So we're getting kind of a sense of what's going on there. Okay, so cool. We got actual kind. This can come into play in validation, I guess, is kind of what's going on there. Okay, and then I think I'm just going to run it, and we're going to decide what to do next. That's what I think we're going to do. Let's go switch back to our main monitor here. I think we got to do that.
There we go.
Let's see if that works. Okay. All right, so next, I think the next step, I may be jumping ahead a bit, Rory, but I think the next step is when we actually cast the spell. That's what we're going to hook into next, I think. So the casting of the spell happens when this button is pressed right here, which invokes roll dice.
Yep.
Let's go take a look at that. I think it's somewhere in this space here. Roll dice now. Nope, that's in creature. Unleash the next roll. Okay. Somewhere in this space, we're going to be triggering an event, I believe. So I think I want to set a breakpoint here, and I'm just going to hit the Entangle button now. Whoops, not actually the one I meant to do. I'm going to hit the Roll Dice button. There. Okay, good. Now we're in here. Now what I want to do is I want to go over into Casted Spell, and I want to just start setting breakpoints over there in the trigger events that are in here to see where we get in, what we're going to come into and get triggered in here.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to see that in there. It's not. It's in Spell. My bad. Okay. So drill into Spell. Look for the triggers. Trigger cast. That might be out here. Coming up next. I think that's it. Hopefully we hit that. I'm going to hit run and hopefully we get down here. Got to get validation. Okay. Going to hit run again. Okay, we got to cast. Good. Okay. So now we're at cast. I'm just going to run it at this point. Okay. So it was both cast and dispelled immediately because we were at a break point for more than a minute. But now that we know that cast is called right at that time.
Yep.
Now I want to go over here on cast, and I want to call, I think, play effect at target. And I think I've called it plant growth. Hopefully that's right. That's what I think I want to do. Play effect at target. Okay. I just realized my side lights are off. Let's turn both of those kids on like that. Okay. So that means we need to create a new expression to evaluate. We've already got play effect in here. So let's go down to the core, expressions, functions. Play effect. Maybe I change this instead. Maybe, yeah, I can't really change this while we're, the change I want to make. I want to add attributes here, and, you know, Visual Studio is going to be like, what? No. But here's where I'm thinking of going with this. I'm going to create an enum. Let's close down the app so it's not running anymore. And effect location, active player, last target position. Start with those two.
Okay.
Okay. Play effect. We're going to give it a third parameter. It's going to be of type effect location. The location to play this effect defaults to the active player, the active player's position. And it's optional. Okay. All right.
Yep.
So with that, now we'll need to fill this up, but I just want to, before I forget it, I want to come over here, change this to play effect at target, play effect. It's going to go for 60 seconds. And we want to say, what was the enum variable or the enum element name? I'm going to make these really clear. Last target position. That's what I want to do. Okay, then to make this work, we need to register it. And I'm just tabbing to next reference here to find that registration code so that it works with IntelliSense and can be parsed in and seen. I'm putting a lot of files. Probably going totally the wrong way. There it is. Okay. So what this will do is, by putting the call here, what this will do is it'll make it so that the expression evaluator can understand these two pieces.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Little bit of brilliance we added a while back. Okay. All right. Pretty sure that's it. Now we need to go to here. We need to finish this up. Okay, so we're expecting between 1 and 3 arcs now. And we're going to do something like this again. If arc counts as greater than 2, then we're going to get and I think I can pass in effect location like that. I think that's how we do that here. I'm not going to do that. Like that. We'll do this. Then on play known effect, we're going to add a new parameter here. Effect location, there it is. Put it in there. Then we're going to add a new parameter here for spell event args. Oh, interesting. The other two are optional. Okay, fine. Effect location. Fine. Fine. I really want to do this. Do I want to undo the whole thing? I'm not sure. I'm just going to do this for now. Okay, effect location is here. Let's reorder the parameters. Let's get it out over here at least. And we'll set that equal to effect location dot active player position. All right. To the event args, we will now declare property with initializer. Okay, good. Get out of here. Okay, I think we are good. I think this will work. I think it'll work. Set a breakpoint here. Wait, there's one other thing we need to change.
Okay, what's that?
This play effect is listened to by the spell manager. Then it calls play effect, and here we want to add a new parameter. It's going to be EA dot effect location, like that. And then here, effect location, like that. And then here, we're going to go into TaleSpire client. Fine. Add that parameter there, effect location coming in. Uh-oh. Shoot. Shoot. TaleSpire client, though, where is that? That's down in the TaleSpire core. Let's undo that. Maybe something like this now. I'm changing this up a little bit. If effect location is equal to effect location dot active player position, then we do that. Then we're going to rename this add player, like that. I'm going to drill into this for a second because I want to see what's going on in here. Play effect. And change it to add player. Switching back over into TaleSpire Explorer. Somewhere in here we've got play effect in quotes. There it is.
There we go.
Add player. Rename that to play effect at player. I'm going to change it to over creature while I'm here. Okay. All right, back up over here. Play effect over creature. Back up over here. Then we play effect over creature. Rename that. Play effect over creature. Okay. I'm going to create a second one called play effect at position. At position, at location. Play effect at position. All right, that's what I'm going to do. It's not going to take a TaleSpire ID. It's going to be taking a vector. Probably vector DTO. Like that.
Good. That makes sense.
Do I got a toString on this that's going to actually work? I don't know.
What was a good question?
Yeah, is there an immediate window where I can try this? I've never actually used the immediate window. I'm actually thinking it might actually be helpful right now. What is it in debug
Shift
windows?
I.
Immediate. There it is. All right. So let's see if we figure out how to use this. New vector DTO 1, 2, 3. Like that. Say that equal to V. Will that work? Okay, so I got to do this. Declare it.
Maybe go varv.
It's not letting me. It's only letting me type new things in. Okay, var v. Go. Now you're just making me
Got to be
mad.
explicit about what part of the hierarchy.
Making me mad. Go. Nice. V dot toString. There's no IntelliSense.
Right, and that's the default.
Okay.
Good job we checked, eh?
And now we learned that the immediate window has never helped me in my life. Okay. And I haven't really tried, but anyway. Okay, so we need a better toString on this. So what we're gonna do, we'll just do an interpolated thing here. Okay, so vector dot x comma. I'm going to use my good friend duplicate selection and Z to get that. Do that. No, I don't. No, you know what? I don't. I don't want friends. It's just going to make it harder to parse it on the other side. So I'm just going to pass in X, Y, and Z, comma delimited.
Mhm.
Okay, okay, okay. Everybody happy? Stop yelling at me, Rory. Okay, so next we want to do a kind of like an else down here. If it's equal to last target position, then we want to say, oh, look who's here, Rory.
Hey ho! Who is that? Is that incredibly intelligent gorilla that we keep trying to procure for our show?
You can use the C# Interactive by right-clicking on the project.
Oh, is that different from the one that we were using? That might be more useful.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Right-click on the solution, maybe?
Is it in a child menu option of some kind?
Let's try the project again. I'd throw it maybe in here, I suppose. Immediate.
It does ring a bell. I feel like
Bug?
I've seen it before.
No, sorry. I almost thought I had something there. No, I'm not seeing it. All right. And this is going to be my... Okay, now we need to pass in a vector DTO. And here's where I'm going to go into targeting. And I'm going to get... Don't I have something in there? I thought I had last. Target point. It's a vector. Now what's wrong here? It needs a float. Okay, hold on. Let's pull this out. The line's getting way too long. Let's pull this out. Using this great template, C for casting and F for float. Really, really helpful. Okay, there's my vector, play affected position. Okay, good. So we've got that. Play affected position, goes to there, calls play affected position, passes that data down. Now we need to go over to here. In fact, that position is it gonna? Yeah, lifetime is optional for it. Okay. We're going to change this to over creature, and we're going to change this one down here to at position. I think I want to pass this in as a vector DTO. I think I want to declare it as that, is what I mean. vector DTO. So let's go unravel that at the other side of things here. So we'll come in and say vector is equal to TaleSpire.convert to vector DTO. And we'll pass in args of, I think, 2. Suppose I should check all that out. It's the third parameter coming down, I think. Let's double check that. Yep, there it is right there. Okay. I'm going to pass in vector right here. Okay, let's add this. Should have made that equals 0 like that. Okay. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to say x is equal to parts of 0. We want to do a try parse on this actually. I think we want this. If that 1 to y and then 2 to z. If we get to that, we say return a new vector DTO. X, Y, and Z. Okay.
And we're happy to return an origin vector in cases where that doesn't work.
Yeah. I think so, but you know what we should do is we should do the log error right here.
Fair enough.
That's a great. It's a great. I'm so glad you said that, Rory.
It is tricky because there is no, as we've noted before, there's no concept, no easy concept of an invalid vector. I mean, you could kind of go with a vector where the component parts were all not a number, I guess, but that's difficult to transition across mediums. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no standardized way of doing that, but certainly that I'm aware of anyway.
Okay, so we got our effect name there coming in. Spell name, we're just giving it we're giving it an ID up here too as well. What are we passing from the top for the ID, I wonder? Spell ID. What are we using here? Just passed in here. Spell ID is coming in from our event args. Spell ID, okay. Looks like it's coming from the actual spell. Yeah, it's the actual ID of the spell. So we're passing that down. So what that means is every spell when cast gets a new GUID, and so that is what's being passed down. All right, good. So we give it a unique name. so we can find it later and clear it if we need to.
Yep.
So I think we just need this. And I think I might even have, do I have anything down here on vector, DTO? I have a get vector 3. Okay, sweet. So we'll give it that name. Now this, I think what I want to do is create a method to kind of encapsulate this right here. So let's do this. We call this, call it get spell. Like that. And I think I'm going to do all the error stuff in there, so it's just going to look like this. All right, let's go declare that. So there is that bit of error, and spell name is equal to this. Put that on there. Oops, spell ID, we need that. Okay.
Yep.
So this now becomes that, and that goes away. We do that. This could also be moved into get spell. So we lose these two lines of code. Let's do that.
Ooh.
Add parameter, lifetime, lifetime, lifetime. And we're going to do that. Sweet. That's awesome. And we get rid of this. Now look at how easy, you know, how simple play effective position is. In fact, we could even do this now. I think that's fair. Okay. So I feel like we've kind of wrapped it up. Let's see if we did have play effective position. I think at this point it's safe to start up this guy right here. Is what I think it is. I think it's safe to start that up. It's like initialize interactive with project. Maybe you have to have it installed, but you better get rid of the if. Use null coalescing. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about you actually when I said that's pretty good. I was thinking about, and I was like, yeah. There. Is that what we were talking about? Thought we could do that. Thought I could do that there, where if it was just null, it would like not even go beyond this. Maybe I'm wrong on that. What are we talking about there? Code Rush have anything for me? No.
See, that feels strange because we've got a conditional on a not being null, but we're not returning a value, we're setting a value. Now...
Yeah. Oh, my bad, you can't do it on assignment. I thought you could kind of do it on assignment. I thought there was a way to do it, but maybe I'm totally wrong. I thought there was a way to get out of it, but it's just by my lack of understanding on that. Okay, so let's see, did I start up this? I haven't started this, so let's hit run here. So we're expecting to kind of get down in this space. Okay, that's good. So that's starting up. Meanwhile, let's rebuild this. And whoops, it's not going to work because I've got TaleSpire still running on machine 2. Okay, let's try again. Damn, I'm 0 for 2 today. Yeah, but your overall score is like, you know,
Oh yeah.
so high, nobody's even concerned. We're not even batting an eye right now.
Nah.
Rebuild all succeeded. Good. Starting TaleSpire up. Okay, D&D windows up. It's a lot of work, Rory, isn't it? Just to like do one simple thing. Doesn't it seem like there was a lot of code we wrote?
I guess it depends how you declare one simple thing.
Well, I want to show what I'm looking for. So just for anybody who's joined us, what we're trying to do is we want this, whoops, sorry. Let me do that. It'll make more sense when I say this. We want this bit of code, this C# script that we just added to the Google Sheet. When, oh wait, are we in Fireball? Really?
Oops.
Totally the wrong place.
That is not what we were intending. That would make for a very strange circumstance in the game.
Inside Entangle. Here we go. On cast. I want to call play effect plant growth. I think it's plant growth. Let's go double check that, make sure we got the right one as long as we're checking things here. Let's see here. Bring up the effect editor. Known effect. Do I have plant growth in here? I do. It's going to look like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Although that one, oh, that's not good.
That seems to have, well, oh, it's a touch-based residual piece. That's strange.
It's not the one I want. This is one that, we'll turn that off right there for a second. That's not the one. Prefab. There's something in here. There it is, R4.plant growth. That's the one I want. R4.plant growth is, I don't know, delete this a second. I'll show it again. Ooh, R4 Plant Growth 2020. I think it's that one actually. All right, that's what we want. I think this one's going to last longer and keep going. R4 Plant Growth 2020. So that's what I'm looking for. So back over on this machine, it's going to be R4 dot plant growth 20x20. Okay, let's reload everything. Doing that. Okay. So turn that off now. And now what we want to do is invoke the spell. So I'm going to go hit little cutie spells, entangle. Now this is our area. We can choose the area of effect for this. I'm going to click here, target point, and now I'm going to hit cast spell. And it says unleash the next roll on my other machine. I'm now at get validation. I'm clearing that breakpoint for now. And now it's got the effect location. I'm just telling you what it is, Rory, because you can't see the second machine. Oh wait, I can do the hit the magic button to get back over here on both machines.
Yeah, that's good.
What we're looking at right here.
So we'll go past that.
Yeah, so it's last target position, so that's all good. That means this is working. This get there is working on plane known effect. I guess we'll step inside. And jump down in here. And there's our last target position right there. Getting the target point. Where are you in space? I bet you're close to the origin. Not far. -11 and 9. Y is about 0. Okay. And then we're going to call and play effective position. So here's the moment of truth, I think. Nothing happened on the other side. Let's go see. Did we get any error messages? We did. Ooh, it didn't get the right number of ARGs, is what it's saying. Play effective.
That's unexpected.
Didn't get the right number of arcs. Okay, let's go take a look at that, see what's going on with that. We don't actually say how many we got. Okay. So, all right, we're done there. Let's go look at here. So it's expecting 3 or 4 args. I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sending it 4 args. I wonder, could the commas be messing with it? Could there be some sort of parsing, in the space along the way? That's saying, oh, it doesn't make sense. This is just an array of strings. What happens when we call invoke? Maybe that's it. Yeah, look at this. See that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, fine. So we're going to change this up. Maybe just encode vector. And I'm going to use pipe symbols between these.
It's funny, that's the one I go for next after commas are expired.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about this code actually, though. It doesn't handle the commas well. I'm almost thinking I'm doing this the wrong way. In fact, I'm now starting to be convinced I am doing this the wrong way.
Okay. What way should you be doing it then?
I should allow a comma to show up in a string and get across, is what I'm saying.
Right, so we're going to escape it sensibly somehow.
Yeah, we're going to escape it sensibly. So, message params. Oh, I see. What are we going to use instead? I just want to use a different character that I'm incredibly unlikely to show up. It's incredibly unlikely to show up in a string. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to go grab something way out here. A low quotation mark.
Low quotation mark. Isn't that typically a comma?
It looks a lot like a comma to me, but I don't think it is. It's
At which point we are very unlikely to use it because we have a comma.
yeah. Let's try it.
Although, can you imagine the debugging looking at this going, why isn't this comma?
Oh yeah, that's problematic, isn't it? That's not going to work because we can't tell. You're right, we can't. All right, so we're going to try something different. We're going to get maybe something. I don't know. I could do that. Double dagger.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to use this here, but we're also going to use it in the decoding mechanic, which is going to be else.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do this here. Boom. Like that. Okay. So we're going to do that. Go through all of them. It's really, really unhappy here about all of this. I hate that it does these underlines so much. Can we not reassign here? For each iteration variable. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's switch to here. And then
Coding Critter says use a smiley emoji.
Oh yeah?
I can think of other emojis that could be used too, but it's a family show.
Wait, are there bad emojis? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess there are. All right, so we're going to do that. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to use that character. Coding Monkey is in the house. That's what we're going to do on this side. Escape commas. Essentially, escape commas. I'm not encode commas is better. Encode commas in the strings like that.
I'm reasonably sure that there is an encoding. I don't know if you call it an encoding method, but an algorithm or something like that, where it kind of sends as part of the preamble that which it is going to use as an escape mechanic.
Oh, sweet.
So it means your destination algorithm doesn't have to have the innate knowledge that it is this character, because it'll be part of the information sent. So if you come across some kind of incompatibility, you only have to change it in one place.
Nice. I like it. But I'm going to ignore that suggestion right now.
Oh, no. I'm not suggesting we do that, because I can't think for the life of me how much level of complexity we might have to put into the initial algorithm and, in fact, the receiving one in order to get that right. There's a lot of potential scope for getting it wrong.
Here we go. So here is where we do the split on this, I think. This right here these are the args. Now what's going on here? Do we only have one of these? I'm hitting tab 6 reference. I'm not getting anywhere. Why is that happening? Can I drill into it? Oh, because we're way out. Does that make sense? That kind of threw me a second. Invoke, I guess it's just a function. Why is that? Where is it? Oh, because I'm in here. Is that why? No, that doesn't quite make sense to me.
It's because it's a dictionary of string to action or function, and the function is the thing you're going to invoke. You're literally running the function.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, but I'm still like, why do I get here when I say
because well, right. Well, because there is no source code for invoke. That's part of the framework.
That's right. Invoke is okay. And yet, this would have you believe there is something in the framework that's got an invoke that takes some args. Isn't that so funny? It's like bringing me to the type of invoke, but it's kind of weird. Okay.
Well, you don't expect a tab to, unless you're using a multiple time, string.format, or certainly to the definition of string format. You might wind up on string, but...
Wait, what are you talking about? String.format? Oh, TS dot format? I would expect to hit it. Yeah, look at that.
Oh.
All right, so we'll leave this all behind us. I need can I do a for each in there? For each arg and args, let's turn it into a for loop. Before we turn it to a for loop, let's get the code in here so coders can get me a good, we'll say arg is equal to arg dot replace. And I know I'm going to get an error here, but I think it's going to get me where I want to be. Okay, so we're going to go from that back to commas like that. Let's see if we can do a for each to 4. Yeah, it kind of got us there. Okay, and that's going to be our decode commas. Okay? Everybody good with that? All right, one more time. So shutting down here. Do I need to shut down? I think I can just do edit and continue here, maybe. Set a breakpoint there and see how we do. Restart. Rebuild TaleSpire Explorer. Starting up TaleSpire on the second machine. We'll do those steps again. Go into spells, we'll select Entangle. Clicking Entangle. Okay, we're here. I believe this code's going to work. I don't think I need to do anything with it. Just run it. And now, I'm sorry, I said this code. You didn't see it. Sorry, but it was that code. I'm going to hit set target point. By the way, when I choose set target point like that, I think I want some sort of marker to stay behind. I don't think I necessarily want to get rid of it. Okay, but we're looking for the spell effect to start there if this all works. Okay, now I'm going to hit cast spell. That looks like it put it there.
There you go. Yeah.
That feels like it worked.
We've got to call that a success, I think.
I want to make sure, I want to really get the line up. I want to make sure it's putting it in exactly the right spot. So I'm going to try it one more time. Entangle. I'm going to get right up against that edge right there. Hit the set, then cast spell. Guess what? I can't cast spell because it's already being cast.
Hasn't yet expired.
I'm going to add 10 minutes. Now, does that go away?
Shoot. Nope.
It does not go away. You need to fix that.
You may still be able to cast it though.
Yeah, I think I can cast it. Should I just do that, or should I'm squirrel. Squirrel. I got to go after it. Let's switch back over to here. Rory. Let's go here, on cast, play effect, on dispel, I think it's clear effects is what I called this. Let's do a search for it so we can find it. Only one. Dang. And 13 other ones. What did I call that? I'm trying to think of the fastest way to find it. Maybe back over in here. It's none of those. It's going to be over in here. It's not. I'm nothing starting with clear here. That is what I want. So what was the other spell we were testing this on? I'm trying to remember. We tested this on.
Not sure.
Okay, wait, I got another way to find it. It's going to be among these commands right here. Clear attached.
Okay.
Okay. See if I can find more of those. There you go. I got several of them. So clear attached is what we're going to call. That's going to fix it at the end. Let's do this. We'll do a reload everything. All right, that reload has occurred. And switch back over to TaleSpire view. And little cutie is going to do Entangle. I'm going to select that square region right there. Ah, I hit the stream deck button and it just restarted itself. One more time. Use Entangle. Target the point. Cast spell.
Okay, that's off a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. It's
either that or it's too big. I mean, it's bigger than that area.
Yeah, I don't mind it being bigger, but I do mind it being off. It's off by like one whole position. That's what it looks like.
It's almost like the origin was in what for us was the bottom left of the square that you had selected, rather than in the center of it.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if we can go explore that. This is going to be called Spell. Remember, we give it that name, and it should have a giant name on it. I was thinking we would see it in this list, but I don't see it here. It's not starting with an R, is it? I don't think so. R4, yeah, no, that's not there either. So it looks like the pieces we're adding are not, they're not in the regular hierarchy of things we can look for. Ooh, it went away though.
Well, that's good.
Let's test that. Boom. Cast spell. And add 10 minutes. Are you going away? And you're not going away?
Lovely contradictory environment there.
Oh, look. It says child effect attached whatever not found. Oh, you know what it is? That's 60 seconds of its time. It's 60 seconds of its time.
So the effect itself expires just because it reaches the end, not because your time has erupted. So it's real time, not Dungeons and Dragons time.
Yeah, it is. So that was my mistake on that. So we still need some work here. Still some work to be done on getting this right.
Fair enough. Well, that being the case,
Get out of here,
I'm
Rory. I
afraid,
don't even want to hear what you have to say. You're fired for today. You have another shot tomorrow.
Okay, I'll come in tomorrow, boss. I'll be.
You're not breaking up with me. I'm breaking up with you. Pudding's like, wow, I need to clip this. You don't need to clip anything, Pudding. You'll be throwing
Careful,
some hands. It's what it's gonna look like to you, Pudding. That's how I fight, man. All right, Roy. Thanks so much.
All right, Mark. Have a good one. We'll catch you at the same time tomorrow, yeah?
All right. See you tomorrow.
Okay,
Same
then.
time.
Bye.
Bye. All right, kids. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll come back, and we'll continue to hack away at this. Be right back, kids. All right. Oops, sorry about that, kids. We are back. Back. Murky kicks Rory out of his what? Out of my home? Out of my stream? What's the link say? See what we got here.
Well, that being the case,
get out of here, Rory.
I
don't even want to hear what you have to say. You're fired for today. You have another shot tomorrow. Look at that guy.
Okay, I'll come in tomorrow, boss. I'll be.
You're not breaking up with me. I'm breaking up with you.
Well, that being the case,
get out of here, Rory. I don't even want to hear what you have to say. I guess I sound like a jerk today. Thanks for that, Pudding. Okay, so the problem is with this time right here. I'm going to set it to 0. I think that's going to be part of it. That's that change I'm going to make. The second change I'm going to make is on Dispel. I don't want it to, it's not attached really. I think I'm going to do a second command called Clear Spell because it's not really attached. The attached is coming, I think. So this is get spell. There, get attached effect name. See that? So it's not finding it because it's looking for the word play. I mean, it's looking for the word attached, but it should be looking instead for the word play. Okay? So yeah, so to get to clear spell, What's going on here? I'm just trying to figure out, do I want to change this? Yeah, I think I want to change this. I'm going to make changes all across the board here. I'm going to call this clear spell. Change that to clear spell. Let's get inside here, look for clear attached. Rename that to, where am I? I'm in TaleSpire spells, maybe not here. No, I'm not going to change it down here. I'm undoing this. I'm going to just now come back to clear. You should call it clear effect for when you implement grenades. Clear effect, well, spell ID. Spell ID. That's what I'm going to do here. So clear effect is here. It's calling clear attached. Good. So now I need to create a clear effect function. It's similar to this. I miss Roy already. Here's the specified effect for the active spell. Too soon? Yeah, too soon, man. Too soon. Way too soon. Okay. Well, that was not good. I got specified changed in a bunch of places down here. I didn't mean for that to happen. Oh, that's not good. I'm going to duplicate this whole thing again. I wasn't noticing that change occur. Let's do it one more time. Okay, let's move this to its own file. Can I do that? It's like maybe I can. Ooh, without a big mistake. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it worked. All right, I'm going to get rid of these lines, which I hate so much. I should change their color so I can barely see them, and then I won't hate them so much. So clear spell, new function. Okay, so we follow this out. The event handler is not hooked anywhere. Let's go make sure that's hooked. That should be in our spell manager here. In fact, function. What did I get wrong down here? Clear spell function. I see. We call it clear effect. No, it's not going to be clear effect. It's going to be clear spell. We can have a separate one later. And the reason why is because we actually know the spell. When this event is triggered, that spell is passed in here. And we use the spell ID here to clear that effect. That's what's happening there. Okay. Okay, we get to here, we call clear effect, passing in the stiffel ID, sends it out here, sends it down there, clear effect, and then we leave this solution, and over here we get, so we don't have it yet. Hold on, did I? Yeah, should be clear spell. Okay, down over here, we want to create a clear spell. I need none of this. What I need instead is I need something that gets the spell name and I don't think I'm using this anywhere, but let's just in case double check. Let's do a search. It was just one hit. Okay, just that one. I'm calling add temporal to it. Hold on. I'm only calling it here. I'm going to call add temporal. think I want to add a new one of these called spells, like that. And then I want to have a add spell method. It's going to take a spell ID. This. Wakananis is now following. Thanks for that. Maybe call delete spell instead of delete. Let's extract this. Call it delete from. Let's take instances. Let's promote it to a parameter. Okay, and then we're going to create a delete spell. Passing in an instance, a spell ID. We say delete from, and it's not going to be instances, it's going to be spells. Like that. For add spell, we're going to delete it from it. Then we're going to say spells.add, spell ID, prefab. Whatever it is. Let me change this to game object. Okay. And then I want to get spell. Do I have a get in here? Maybe not a get spell, maybe a delete destroy spell. Let's go look at that. So we call get spell, we're going to add it to our instances, that which we know about. The spell ID, now, I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use it's only it's good to identify it. I'm just grabbing the good from it. So I've got this. Next, what I want to do is in clear spell. I don't think I need that. I'm just going to go into I'll rename this just to clear. Clear effect, and then we're going to say instances dot delete spell ID. I think that's what I'm going to do. Do I have a delete spell? So I've got to delete from. I think I want it to be delete spell soon is what I think I want it to do.
Exactly.
I'm not going to destroy it, but I am going to remove it. And then I'm going to, well, before I remove it though, I'm going to say, okay, spells of spell ID. That's going to give me that object back. And I'm going to go into now, I'm going to call add temporal now at this point. I'm going to pass in that instance there. And I'm going to give it the lifetime, which I think is maybe about 3 seconds with a particle shutoff time of 2 seconds. Maybe 2 and 2. So add temporal then. We'll figure out the expire time. And the particle shutoff time, which will essentially be now. And then it'll make sure the timer's running. What that will do is it'll turn off the particles now, and then in 2 seconds it'll destroy everything else. So anything that's particle run will kind of stop, slow down, hopefully. So it's a little bit closer to a fade out. So I don't know if I did this right or not, but I'm going to give it a shot. Let's do a rebuild over here. We will, okay, so that worked. Let's start up TaleSpire. Let's come over here, do a run. Set a couple breakpoints here. Okay, little cutie spells, Entangle. Shoot, that might have been too soon. I'm gonna hit that too soon. Let's see what happens, because TaleSpire was still loading up. Looks like that was too soon. I don't have the targeting out here, so we'll try that again. Entangle, there we go. Now I've got it. I'm gonna put it right there. Set the target, cast the spell. Definitely too far to the left, a little bit. Now I'm going to add 10 minutes, see if it goes away. Sweet, we're here. Let's switch to 2 screens so you can see it. So we're here inside Clear Spell. Get the spell ID, there it is right there. Going to run it and we'll see if it gets rid of it. Does not appear to get rid of it. It's still going over here. Any error messages? Nope, I don't see it. Any messages? All right, let's go. Oh wait, I'm still at the breakpoint. Hold on. My bad. Maybe that could be the whole problem. Okay. So we'll step over this line of code. Step. Hey, that worked. Okay. Not bad. Okay, so one more time. Entangle. And one of the things that occurred to me though is what happens if I haven't set it yet? And I'm doing cast spell. We need to get its position. We need to give that some thought. All right, so let's set the target point. Set the target point to there. Cast the spell. Add 10 minutes. and it's gone. So apparently no particle effects in it. That's why everything went away very quickly. Okay. Next, a creature in the area when you cast the spell must succeed on a strength saving throw or be entangled by the plant until the spell ends. This is the part I'm focused on now. A creature in the area, when you cast the spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. What does the code look like for that? Playing around with a couple ideas. I'm thinking about something like this, a call that says target all creatures in volume. Maybe not targeting. Targeting has a definite definition. Impact all creatures in volume. Get all creatures in volume. Hit all creatures in volume. And then I'm thinking about an event on creature hit. Yeah, I'm playing with that. Another one I'm playing with is I'm thinking about this. I'm actually liking this better than that, the other one. Roll saving throws for all targets. We pass in an ability check and a condition that they're at risk of getting. Tony Gorilla says, are these events coming from TaleSpire? No, there's not really any events yet. Nothing's coming from TaleSpire over across. Everything is directed by the gaming engine or the GM, sent down to TaleSpire. Right now, TaleSpire is essentially a display engine, but I can also send a command to it that says, give me some data back. But there's nothing event-driven yet. But what I'm talking about is this going inside of this spreadsheet somewhere in the cast. Right? When we call on cast, I'm thinking about adding this line of code here, which doesn't exist yet, but I'm thinking about putting it here, right? So basically, roll saving throws for all targets is going to go there. That's super small. Apologies for that. There it is right there. So the cool thing about this is that now I can, with one line of code, I'm essentially good to go. All targets can either be manually selected targets or targets within an area if that's what we are, getting. And then we can go ask TaleSpire who's in the space, figure out who they are, and then start rolling saving throws for them. Automatically. You get a roll for everything. I think that's what I'm doing. Roll saving throws for all targets. That's what we're going to do. Okay. So let's create that. I don't think I need an event handler in it. We're just going to straight out roll the dice here. My first piece is, what is it? So it's ability. The ability there, the ability check to roll, ability saving throw to roll, that's required. What's my problem here? Am I missing? There's two strings. Oh, the name of the variables goes here. Okay, that's it. All right, this is parameter 2. This is of type condition. The condition, the creature, and we're going to come in here and we're going to say rolls saving throws for all targeted creatures. Actually, I might need an event after now that I think about it. The condition, the creature is at risk of receiving if the saving throw fails. Okay. So expecting arguments, let's see. The first one's required, the second one is, they're both required. So we're expecting 2 arguments. Not sure we need that. Let's move it to its own file. Can I get everything I need into a single dice string? What's happening here? Dice string isn't even called in ready roll dice. Wait, what? Oh wait, is there... It's virtual. Okay. The dice we are rolling. It's not really great. It's not really what I want. All right, let's see what else we can do in terms of building this roll. I think it's an event. I think the information we need is going to be at a higher level, not down in the core. So I think I'm going to have to create an event for this. Okay, so let's start with some event args. Drop a marker here so we can get back. CEA template is for creating a class that descends from event args. We're going to call this all right, it's going to have okay, those are my event args. Let me move these. Pilot. Type to file. Go out to my delegates. Add a new delegate. Okay, where's my delegate? Get out back to the class. Declare the event. Saving throw requested. Targets Saving throw for targets requested. An event trigger for that. Okay. All right, let's make sure our code here is right. Roll saving throws for all targets. Strength restrained. So we're going to do a strength and restraint. So now we're going to say args of 0. Got these reversed. Okay, so ability is first. Good. I'm going to add an optional third. I'm going to go ahead and do the damage die string. The optional parameter. And we'll get that args of 2. Right there. Then we're going to go request the saving throw. That's in null. Event args, which should take 3 parameters that we just wrote. The damage die. The condition. And the ability. Okay, that requested. Next we got to hook that. That's going to be hooked up in the main window. Create a new class up here called the Die Roll Manager. As part of my efforts to refactor this. A new method here called initialize. Okay, long method name. Make that public. Now it's called die_roll_manager.initialize. Do it from somewhere up in here. Okay, good. So die_roll_manager is going to get here. And that's where we're going to have to write some code. I am thinking I'm going to hold it right about there. What problems am I going to have in... am I going to have problems? I've got a lot of refactoring to do in here. And unleash the next roll. Yeah, main window's got a lot of code for handling die rolls as well as other elements of the game. And I'm really not going to be able to put this out here until I refactor it. That's what I think. I can kind of get close. How close can I get? Yeah, I need to refactor it. It's kind of what's becoming clear. That's too bad. Okay, so what I'm going to do, bring all of main windows. Jeez, come on, guys. Come on, fingers, get on the right keys. The old main windows die rolling code over here is my to-do. I'm going to instead I'm going to hook it here. Okay, let's report this. Hey Debs, just hit a couple keystrokes. I'm not sure what I did. Oh, I think I did this. I was back here, hit an equal sign, space, tab, real quick, and I got in the error message that shows just roll back about 30 seconds earlier than the start time. And it basically was saying, hey, there's an event log error, activity log error. Let me show you the error here, and I'll include the file as well. Come on. There it is right there. So, yeah, it's the same one that I sent you earlier this morning. Get method info. I think something may have been updated, is what I'm thinking. I think we have a versioning issue here. Okay, let me just get a note to you guys. We close this issue. Okay, so I'm going to hook the event directly. Has that been generated yet? Looks like it has. I'm going to rename this thing. Just a saving throw for targets. Requested. And put it down at the bottom. And here's, we've got a couple things we have to do. Get all the targets. Well, if we're going to get all the targets, we need to write some code that gets that for us. And I want to go into targeting dot maybe actual kind. So if it has volume, so if it has creatures and a volume, then I want to get all the targets in volume, and I want to pass in a vector DTO dot. Okay, so we have to say a new vector DTO. Actually, the targeting may have it as a DTO. I bet it does. Targeting dot location, target point. It's a vector. I think I've got a problem in terms of architecture here. Give me a second to introduce this. No, it's not a big deal. It's a minor deal, but I need to be able to create vectors, vector DTOs from other vectors. Target point is D&D core. Vector DTO is in TaleSpire core. They're both low-level pieces that I want to keep separate. I think I'm going to create an extension method. Do I have any extension methods inside of here? Extension classes. I've got one. All right, let's go throw something out over here. Color, task extension. I guess I'm going to create my own class here. All right, let's take this, move it to its own file. So we're going to return the new vector DTO. Okay. What's this? What? Okay, cool. And delete this guy then, apparently. Where are you located? It's in leap motion. But it doesn't use anything in leap. Okay, cool. Let's just move this over to here. Okay. Let's get the opposite of this too. I think we kind of, no we don't. Vector TTO has got a, what does it have? Nope, it doesn't have a method on it either. Okay, so we'll do the opposite. We'll do to vector, vector DTL. Okay, cool. That's useful and helpful. So better, better, better. Okay. So get all targets in volume. Say targeting dot target point dot to. I thought we had the vector DTO from here. DB core vector. We just created that. What's wrong here? Why won't that work? Extension method should be here. To vector DTO should be there. I don't see it. Can you give me an error on that? As far as receiver type of vector, isn't that the receiver type, target point? Are these two different vector type receivers? I bet that's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. Similarly, I want that there and this here. I think it's because leap motion is a different vector. That's what's going on. Okay. Let's try that. Okay, better here. So get all targets in volume. We then want to pass in the shape of the volume, and we want to pass in the dimensions of it. All right, let's declare that. oops, shape needs to come down as a string. Okay. Okay, so there's the string coming down. There we go. Just gonna clean this up a little bit. And then their dimensions. Okay. All right, so that's going to get all the targets. No. Extract this to its own method. Let's move this over to my targeting manager. Okay, let's double check. We go in here. All right, we need to build this. There's nothing that takes those three, I think, so we're going to need I want this. As a extension method as well. Let's say vector dot like that. Cool. So I've got to get XYZ string on both, just in case. Why don't I have that? See where I am? Am I down too low? Yeah, I'm in TaleSpire 4. Shoot. Okay, what do I want to do? Well, this one, I can actually move both of these down to the actual methods. Okay, better. Good, that's working now. All right, so we're sending down 3 strings, the XYZ coordinates, the shape, and the dimensions of the shape. It'll target some volume. Okay, I think we're done on the top level. Let's do a build here, see how we're looking. Meanwhile, while that's building, we'll switch over here. How many yards are we expecting? We're expecting... Just got some arrows over here. Set a breakpoint there. One more time we'll do build. Okay, what's our... All right, position, shape, dimensions, and No, I'm not going to do that. I'll solve it another way. Okay, so we have the volume center is equal to first piece. So is the first parameter. Okay, get all creatures in volume, passing in the volume center string. All right, so I think what I want to do is I want to go with, I think I have a TaleSpire convert to vector DTO. We're going to pass in the volume center string to that right there. Do I have anything down here? Type shape? I don't. I feel like I need something down here. I need to cover up to hold the shape. Proliferation says you need a RAR down there. Need a RAR down there. Thanks for that, Plague Creations. That's exactly what I need. I think I'm going to create an enum called volume. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw it down in targeting somewhere nearby here. Enum, target volume, and we're going to throw out sphere, cube, circle. I'm just good, even though I know it's near, it's still going to be a volume, even though I know it's a circle. In circle, secondly, you don't have a volume, but inside our three-dimensional space, we'll give it a height. Going from .net to .rar. You should register that TLD. It doesn't TLD stand for three-letter domain? What is it? TLD. That's like 10,000 top level. Oh, rar.com, I think you mean, man. Cool. .rar. Can you do that? Can you like now create your own TLD? It's just expensive. That's cool. All right, so we're in the middle of this. Circle is one of the ones I want to support. Cube, sphere, there's a cylinder. There's cone. And there's square as well. I'm going to end it there. Okay. So I won't have to be able to have a cool domain like RPGZine.live. Okay, here's my target volume. Shape name. Like that. Coders, can we get air guitar? Air guitar? Like this? You mean like this? Doing some air clapping. Air piano, I guess now. Air dancing. Okay, here's my target volume. 2 target volume. Square that. And we're going to... Can we do this? We've done this before. Hold on, I gotta go find this. I've got conversion code here. Let's jump out to D&D utils. It's like one line of code. It's this. What's my get element look like? It's that. I'm going to take that and put that down over here. And then we're going to say return get element of target volume, passing in shape name. Like that. What's this look like? Enum try parse element trim. You don't need that. I thought we might need to lower cases, but it looks like we don't need to do it at all. I think this is just default, turn default, and I think we're good. Okay, so if that's 2 target volume, theoretically should work. If I've got the word spelled somewhat the same, and I do because it's like circle or square, then we're going to pass in the volume instead. And this is going to be, just looking for some other code. It's going to be character positions, I think. Is it? Yeah. Something went wrong. I'm not sure what it is, though. Okay. Now I think we're ready to declare this. Interesting. Get all creatures and volume should be giving me that instead. Got my center, got my volume, and my dimension stir. Not sure what to do about dimensions, because dimensions often is in D&D rules often can be just a single number. But like, for example, for cylinders, you've got like a 20 by a 30 or something like that. And one of these refers to height, one refers to diameter. Currently trying to learn security auth for creating logins for a website. Just going down a rabbit hole with OAuth stuff. So yeah, that sounds like a nightmare for me. Blake Grayson says, I love this show. I think you love it because of the piano playing, the air piano. That's what I think you love it for. It's not because of, you know, anything else we're bringing to the table. Okay, so return null here. What I want to do basically is I want to come in here and I say return get all creatures in sphere. Because this is kind of where I'm headed. Like this. Like that. And now I'm just looking at this and this. I think I know I'm going to handle dimensions. I think I know how I'm going to do this. Hold on a second. I'm going to, instead of passing in string here, I'm going to pass in float dimension 1. Is it your own OAuth only, or do you want third-party OAuth? Yeah. As soon as Coding Gorilla asks a question like this, you know that the information is about to get real valuable, whatever he says. Listen in carefully. That's what I say. Okay, float. This is going to be dimension 1. And then I'm going to do a dimension 2. And I'm going to set it equal to 0. Make it an optional? No, maybe not. Dimension 1, dimension 2. Yeah, go ahead. I'll make it optional for somebody else. Okay, so we've got 2 dimensions coming in. And then we're going to go get all creatures in sphere. We're going to pass in, we only need 1 dimension for sphere. Like that. Same thing for cube. Let me just keep going down here like this. Cylinder we need actually 2. Cone, I think we need 2 for cone. Square, we need only 1. And then we come full circle apparently. All right, cool. Okay. That's good. That's good, good, good. Okay, next. Now, no matter what in all of these, we're going to have to make a call to get all the creatures first. So might as well do that and pass as a parameter to all of these, I think. 9 a.m. says, call a few APIs and you're done. That's what I like. I wish I had APIs for this stuff. I'm making my APIs. Okay, so we need to get all creatures out there. So I'm going to go minis. It's like a get all, I think. Creature board assets. Isn't it get all positions though? There's not. All right, we'll just do this for now. Never done this before, but can I do this? Can I just call something here, get character position, which is what I want. I really want a bunch of character positions. Did that work or no? That's what I want. Sweet. All right, cool. Character positions like that. Okay, good. Next, we're going to insert this as a parameter all of these places. What's going on here? Oh, I see what I've done. Let's get that up there. Probably freaking a bunch of you out. Fleegoose says I'm very new to it, so it might be better if I post my needs, Cody Gorilla, then I can get your thoughts on it. If that's okay with you, coders. Of course, it's okay with me, man. Look, man, we're all just trying to figure this stuff out right now, man. That's all we're trying to do. Okay, let's go declare these individual pieces here. Get everything in sphere. Get everything in cube. Get everything in circle. Get everything in cylinder. Get everything in cone. Cone's a little tricky to calculate. I'm going to save that one for way last. So cone. Implement this. Let's do that. Probably for everything square is going to be the first one we attack. Circle, sphere, cube. Cube's interesting. Yeah, all of these are kind of interesting in terms of finding these out, but just thinking about refactoring this right now already. I'm thinking about, yeah, it's kind of messy no matter what. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna keep going like this. Okay, so cone cylinder will be really interesting if the vector is in the center. Cylinder, the vector is in the center. No, the vector is on the floor for cylinder. Cone, there's a problem with cone. Cone needs more data. It probably needs even a third parameter for it needs its endpoint, its direction. It's kind of rotated around that point, and it's the size of the sphere. I think maybe the length. I don't know. The cone's crazy. Cone makes my head spin when I think about the math on that. Okay, so get all creatures in square. This is the one we're really trying to work on right here. Okay. I'm going to rename this to side edge length. So we work with that. Positions. Let's just start cranking this one out. We'll go each inside there, and then I think we're going to say, hey, if This is what I think I want the code to look like. I think that's what I want. Should I declare it right inside of character position? Because I kind of own it. Okay. Maybe I'll do it. So I need to look at, I think, X and Z. Yeah, I agree with you, flight equations. It's kind of an easy thing to do. Y needs to be close to volume center. Plus or minus 1, I think. So let's work on that one right now. Okay, distance from Y is less than or equal to, I'm going to even say 1.5. If it's greater than 1.5, then I'm going to say return false. Okay. Next, we need to see the X and Y and see if they are within bounds. So each has to be within a certain range. The side length divided by 2 has to be within that range. So position.x is less than volume center.x minus So if that's true, then we're going to return false. And if it's greater than that, plus 1, plus half side length, then we're going to return false. We're going to do all of that and change the X to a Z. And I think I've got that right, if I understand that correctly. X and Z are the ground positions, and X and Z are the ground positions, and Y is the height inside of the coordinates. And then we're going to return true right here. So I think inside square is done. Good. I want to implement just a couple more while I'm here. I want to implement inside sphere for sure, because that's so easy to do. going to be my diameter. And I'm going to go to this one, which is going to say what's my radius on it. Right there, inside sphere, this is going to be radius. And am I just going to do it myself? I'm going to say distance is equal to, because they're not vectors, I don't have a great it's just a DTO. I don't have a lot of stuff I can work with here for doing vector math, so I think I'm going to have to do it myself here. So the distance is equal to math dot square root of the sum of volume center dot x times x squared plus, and I should be able to take that and duplicate it, take it to y and to z, like that. Okay, and let's cast that as a float. Okay, if distance is less than radius, then return true. Otherwise return false. Or we could simply just say return distance is less than radius. And I think that's correct. Pythagorean's theorem there. Square root of x squared plus y squared plus z squared in three-dimensional space. Looks and feels right. Okay, is inside sphere. Sphere is done. Cube's tricky. Cube looks a lot like inside square. And we've already done it. Might as well go for it too. We'll get inside cube. Give this a good name. Side edge length. So it's going to look like this. The difference is going to be that we're getting rid of. And we're going to say, we're going to go from here to there. So position Y. That all feels right to me. This inside cube looks like it's done. Okay, cool. So then we've got circle remaining. We'll keep going. So diameter's coming in here. And we're going to say it is 6.0 float. Declare that. Put it in your sphere. We'll use the same code we had up here for the Y. Oh shoot, not on same level. I need to invert the logic here. Okay, so on same level, and basically say, hey, we're pretty close to vertically to it. So inside circle, we'll have the same piece here. And then we're going to go for square root of just x plus z. X squared plus z squared. And I think that's right. Inside circle, are we on the same level where we dropped it? Yes, essentially that's true. And we're going to do that. I might increase this a bit. I'm going to go to 3 on this. So 3 are units high, 3 units high, which is 5 feet. So it's 15 feet. So if I say I'm a circle, if I say a square, anybody within 15 feet of that, if you're flying, you're kind of likely to be hitting that space as well. Okay. So it wasn't too bad. We got a number of these done. The ones that I thought were going to be hard right here, we haven't done those yet. The others, I think we've got them. We've got inside square, in circle, in cube, in sphere. And I think those are right. Then we're looking at this call to get creatures in volume. We changed the parameters from a string to a float. So I've got these 2 parameters over here on the right, these 2 floats. And we need to solve that. So, it's one of my favorite built-in .NET functions is split, by the way. I think it's really well written. It gives you really efficient code. So I can split on an X. So for example, I might be looking for like 10 times 20 in my dimension string coming down. And if it's not there, I'll still get 1. And that's one of the things I love about it. So I can still come in here and do a for each on it. For each part in split, I can come in and do this. And so we can come up here and we can say, hey, we can say dimension 1, this, set it to 0, dimension 2, 3, 4, etc. like that. Maybe we could do this. We could say, hey, look, if split.length is greater than 0, then we'll come in and say, hey, dimension 1 is equal to try parse split of 0. I think I'm just going to do this. I don't care if it fails or not. I'm just going to do that in there. It's going to be a 1. It's going to be a 1. Hold on a second. Let's report an issue here. All right, kids. I'm trying to use Smart Mega Super Copy, and I'm marking this and marking this. I'm copying them to the clipboard. I now want to paste it in, and when I hit paste, nothing happens. So I'm not understanding why that's not working here. Let's bring up the Coder's Keystroke Visualizer so you can see what I'm pressing. I've got this code here. I come in and I'm marking that, marking that so that you can see Control-Alt-Enter, Control-Alt-Enter, select it, and then copy. That should be enough. Is there an option to turn it off? I don't think so, but maybe. Yeah. The only option that's off is region painting right here. So, smart cut and copy is there. It's my mega super copy, kids. I don't see it, so feeling let down. All right, go find that. Figure out why that's not working. Okay. Hey, last Matt. Mark saying kids to everyone makes me imagine him saying it to a CEO one day by accident. I've been calling everybody kids since I was a kid, since I was young. Now it just sounds like, you know, like kind of ironic, kind of real. This guy's like just calling everybody kids. Code Rush, it's so funny. Last Matt even says that, and then look, Code Rush comes right back with, "Whoa, kids!" Last Matt's in the house. That's the bot. It speaks for me. Okay, if length is greater than 1, then we're going to do that, and then we're going to keep going and change that to a 2, change that to a 2, and why not keep going to a 3? So we support up to 4 dimensions, which I think can cover a cone. And whoops, I forgot to do this. That's going to be to 2. That's going to be to 3. And that's going to be to 4. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to go past those in. Dimension 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like that. We're going to jump back in here. And we're going to duplicate that. That's going to become 3. And that's going to become 4. Okay, so we've got those parameters in there. And holy cow, are we maybe done? Let's rebuild. Flame Creations, we are not, I don't think we're going to go live tomorrow on Dragon Hunters. We're kind of taking a break as we're getting the kids on the show comfortable with TaleSpire, so tomorrow we're not going to go live. I'm not sure when we're coming back. We're kind of just in practice mode is what's happening right now. So, you know, I feel that you're interested in hanging out with us, but it's going to be a little bit later, I think. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll let you know once we go back live again. Okay, that rebuild all succeeded. That's great news. Reload all here. Yeah, we just wrote I feel like we just wrote code for about 40 minutes straight with no testing. Let's come over here, do a rebuild here. Yeah, to be honest with you, I just want it to work. I don't want to find any bugs in this. The rebuild all succeeded here. I just saw this. I'm going to just change this to default right there. All right, let's run here. Let's start up TaleSpire on the second machine. Yeah, sorry about that, Flame Creations. The cool thing is, though, is the integration with TaleSpire is working really, really well. We've got synchronization, so like if, you know, you've seen the blood effect. So if a player bleeds, because they get hit, and so you see on the live video you see blood come out from the player. You'll also see it down below in TaleSpire. Okay, starting up TaleSpire. That's starting up. Let's go check out our breakpoints, see where we are in the D&D app. It's going to be here. I want to get a breakpoint here when we cast Entangle. And then, so my goals are this. One, get a breakpoint here when we cast Entangle without errors. Secondarily, if we target something with creatures, I want to see those creatures come back in this list. That'll make me happy if we could do that. And then I'll be like, all right, cool. Switching back over to TaleSpire view. So there's a little cutie right here. Oh, let me show you something else. I didn't show you this earlier, but this is cool too. So we go to cast Entangle with little cutie. Entangle is built into it. So we know the shape is a square, so the UI here comes in and says, okay, we'll give you a square. The other thing is, check this out. See this little cutie right there? Watch as I move away from her. Look what happens. I get more than whatever the spell range is, because here you can see it's 90 feet up there, right up there in the spell thing, right up over there. When I get more than 90 feet away from little cutie, I get an indicator of that in the fact that the UI turns off, so I can't target those areas. Yeah, it's a range check. So it's very, very cool. Very, very cool. Don't be silly. Don't hurt our Fred. Fred's the beast. Okay, so we're not going to target Fred. Fine, we won't target Fred. But let's target me. So I'm right over here. I'm floating, so I'm not sure if it'll get me or not. Who else is in this space? We need people we know. Right about there. So this guy has, I think, is not linked to anyone yet. Hold on, let's move these guys in. Let's get some folks in here, in this space. Who's over there? Who's that guy? No, that's not somebody we know. Let me see who else is in here. Put Fred over here. We'll put Lady inside. And why not? We'll put Knockdown inside as well. Knockdown, I think, is number 6. Nope, number 7. No. Number 4. Number 3. I don't know who it is. It's none of these guys. 2. The last one I tried. Okay. So we got Knockdown in there. I just want to make sure he's on screen. And now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to hit the targeting button for a little cutie spell. Target point. Boom. That turns it off. Now I'm going to roll the dice. Rolling the dice. There's Entangle. Now I'm on the breakpoint. Let me switch to the 2 screens so you can see that I'm on the breakpoint. Here we go. So I'm on the breakpoint over here. Okay, that's fine. No damage die on here. The condition is restrained. The ability says it's 46. That's not good. It was args of 0. Strength. How is ability 46? Strength. It should be 1. Hold on. I am recalling something. I'm recalling a case-related issue. Can I not change that to a lowercase? Nope, I apparently cannot. Let me change this here, see if I can do it here. Okay. Strength, result says strength, IT is, I think it's right. I think this might be better. Let's see if that's, the lowercase is better. Ability is strength. Okay. I might do this. All the abilities are one word. I'm going to do this, too lower there. Okay. So condition, I think was correct. Condition came back restrained. All of that looks good. Go. Okay. Where are we now? Main window. We're requesting it. So we're going to come down here. So good. Ooh, we didn't get here. Actual kind is volume. I'm going to just go with this for now. Come back up here. All right. All targets in volume. What did I get? Anything? I got 14. 14? I don't think there's 14 in the volume. River, got Miles, Giannis. The Skeleton Warrior, it's too far away. I know why. I know why I'm getting this. Hold on. So why am I getting so many is the question. Let's close that down, see a little bit more. It's because of the units. This is what led to like one of the spaceships landing on Mars, one of the robots totally blowing up because they had a unit conversion wrong. That's my problem. The units I'm sending down are in feet, but Unity's units are not in feet. So what we need to do is convert all of those. So we need to go over to this guy over here. I'm gonna close down TaleSpire on machine number 2. We are in this space here. And I think what I want to do is say dimension 1 is equal to convert dot feet to tiles of dimension 1. Like that. And then I want to do the same with 2, 3, and 4. I think that is going to fix it. Because what's happening is we're coming down and saying it's 20 feet, and it's got to be using tiles. That's why it's so big. Last man says, there's also a thing about an airplane being built in France and England. They also had wrong unit conversions as parts didn't fit in the end. Yeah. Yeah. Cody Gorilla, did I miss you? Did I miss LOS detection? Did I miss a suggestion from you to me on here? Okay, I think that's going to fix it. Let's rebuild. I'm going to keep the main app running. I don't think we need to make any changes there. Set another breakpoint down here. And TaleSpire Explorer rebuild all succeeded. Starting up. If this works, I will send you on to somebody else. And then we'll come back tomorrow and we'll continue. Tomorrow we're going to want to send all of the die rolls out at once, all of the saving throws. And what will be super cool about that, if we make all this work by tomorrow, is that the Entangle spell will essentially be entirely, all of its behavior is defined outside of the code. It'll be defined essentially from these events that are in here, like the on-cast events, that sort of thing, which means creating more spells should be as simple as adding code like this. It was made sort of in jest, but I would love to see the code for that. Got it. Yeah, well, I'm not going to do that, and it's already, and I know this is like when people joke and I come back with a real answer, everybody hates it, but you might be interested to know this, that TaleSpire already has line of sight calculation. So they've got a little bit of, it's roughly built in. So I think it's something we can already exploit. I think there's a way to exploit it. I haven't looked at it closely though. Okay. Starting up TaleSpire on machine number 2. Yeah, this is very cool, right? The targeting is selected based on the data here in this column here. So when we get to erupting Earth, once we get our 20-foot cube UI, that'll be there, and whatever code we put here should theoretically also work. So pretty cool. So tomorrow I think we'll finish this up, and then after that we're going to work on spells that actually shoot an effect from one player to another. So we'll be doing projectiles on the day after tomorrow, Thursday. Okay, we are up and running on TaleSpire. Here we are right here. There's a little cutie right there. She's going to cast it. And what we're expecting to get is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 targets is what we're expecting to get. About 8 targets roughly. Okay, let's see if it works this time. Spells, Entangle. Right there. So I don't want to get Fred. If this works, I only get these kids right here. Target, cast spell. It's off to the left by 1, and both machines here so you can see the code. Look here, just make the call. And what do we get? We got 6. How many are in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. Can't quite see. Let's close down the... Oh, I can't close it down. I can do it with a test close, I think. Like that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe that Merkin is not in the group because he's too high up. Oh, wait. But look at how high up it is off the ground. I didn't have it down on the ground when I cast it. Hold on. Let's do this again. Let's run it a second. Let's just put one down on the ground. Okay, one more time. Little cutie spells, Entangle. Down on the ground. Yeah, I was up high where Merkin was. That's probably what caused it. I can't quite get on the ground. So this is one of the problems of the targeting, is whatever's the ground is closest to the that we can see. There it is. There's on the ground right there. What if I did like that? Would I only get the bottom 3? I'm trying to get something interesting. Okay, here this one's interesting. So here I would expect to get Merkin because I think he's high enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 characters if I'd fire it off here. Not Fred. I think he's outside the bounds. So let's mark it, cast the spell. And what do we get over here? We get 5? 5! Look at that. We get Lady, Miles, the half-elf cleric, Merkin, we do get me, and River. Let's see if I can find those. That's River right there. Pretty sure about that. If I go into GM Tools and go rename, yep, it's River. That's River. That's Knockdown. Right there. Where's Lady? Oh, Lady's right here. There's Lady. Where's the cleric? Half-elf cleric. It's not you. That is Shanti. Is Shanti in the list? Did Shanti get in that list? I don't think Shanti did. Half-elf cleric. Shanti was not in. Half-elf cleric was. Where's the half-elf cleric? Is it this guy? That's Lord Duron. I can't see who the half-elf cleric is. The good news is Fred didn't get in it. Hold on, I know what we can do. We built a tool for exploring minis. There's the half-elf cleric. Let's go find that half-elf cleric. And let's, like, you know, moving. You can see him. Oh, interesting. Half Health Cleric is not Noctan, or alternatively, hold on. It's not Noctan. I thought that was Noctan. Okay. It's just something, someone who looks like Noctan. Okay. So the cool thing is, all of that we get. We seem to be getting all those targets in the volume. And the spell, when it's dispelled, goes away. I'm going to say that's the end of the show. That feels like it was a success. I guess we do one more test. See if we can just find Fred only. Let's do one more test. We'll do Entangle one more time. Whoops. Entangle one more time. We're going to just get Fred. Target that. Let's see if it works. Oops, I did not set my breakpoint. One more time. Let's add 10 minutes. Okay, one more Entangle. Just want to get Fred only. And what do we got? Just one in here? Only one. And it's Fred. Look at that, kids. That's awesome. Because we wrote code for like about an hour without doing any testing. And it seems like it's working. It feels like it is working. Based on the test. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get a raid going. See who's out there. Thanks. I want to say thanks to everybody for hanging out with us today. Oh, bother. Always doing phony stuff. Fun stuff over there. Tony Gorilla is not in Discord. Delaware, should I just add friend Twitch views for questions later? I'll hold on the raid for a second while you guys work this out. If you're only hang out on Discord, email me. There you go. Got that, Flave Creations? Give me some sort of thumbs up that you're ready to go, and I'll raid you guys over to Roboto. Thanks again, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. More TaleSpire hacking, modding tomorrow. Really cool stuff. And take care, everybody. We'll have a good day. Have a good rest of your day. And join us tomorrow. Off to a bye.